Hi, my name's Kathy. I'm the founder and president of Count It All Joy. I'm not anybody special. I'm just Kathy. I'm just a single parent, getting a little bit longer in age, and I realized that there's something that I needed to do. There's some things that need to be done. And so I answered the call. Um, my background is in customer service, which means I deal with people all the time. Actually, I like dealing with people. It's kind of fun meeting new people all the time. Um, even when, even when they're not so happy to be met. I seem to have a knack at de-escalation. I just love them through it. I just smile through it, and usually I can de-escalate almost any situation. So I brought that into my nonprofit. People need help. What made me decide to do this? Well, I haven't, first of all, Count It All Joy is a faith based nonprofit. And I haven't been a Christian my whole life. As a matter of fact, I came to Christ in my 30s. And right after I came to Christ, I had something, I don't know, a vision. I don't know what it was called, but the Lord told me that this needed to be done. My mission statement comes from Matthew, the 25th chapter. Jesus was talking to his disciples and he said, when I was hungry, you fed me. When I was naked, you clothed me. When I was sick, you comforted me. And when I was in jail, you visited me. And the disciples said, when did we do all those things, Lord? And Jesus said to them, when you've done for the least of mine, you've done for me. So my mission statement, that is my mission statement. And it says it all. I'm here to do for the least. The little guy that people don't see. The people who fall between the cracks. Those people who don't have a voice. They don't have a lot of resources. Count It All Joy is there to not only help them, but to look for them. But so far we've done some jail outreach, and we've done some visiting of cancer centers and dialysis centers to provide blessing bags to those people in those situations. So we're just getting started. But I think with the year that we have been an actual nonprofit, we have been actively working to try to fill a lot of gaps. I would say my biggest challenge right now is funding and fundraising. But it'll come. I'd like to get some offices too. Offices would be nice. Right now everything's outside of my home. But it'll come. We need some warming stations in the wintertime. We can't keep turning our head from people who need help. And yes, I know there's a lot of programs for the homeless, but when temperatures are dropping to below zero, people shouldn't be freezing to death in their cars. And that story about the family in Detroit, I heard the newscaster say they're bringing in a child protective services to remove her children. That's probably how they ended up in the car frozen to death. That's not the only solution. We've got to get some better housing here. We as a society, Count It All Joy is here to help, but we as a society, we've got to get better housing. It shouldn't always be let's get in there and remove the children. Let's place this elderly lady in her car in some sort of institution. Let's get her own home. I think we can do that. If we have millionaires running around here trying to go into space, we should be able to keep at least 65 degrees in the wintertime for people who don't have a home. Do your research. Find out what your state requires for you to become a nonprofit. And not all nonprofits have their 503. You can still operate without it. But if you want to start collecting money, I would say research how to, first of all, what's required in your state, and then what the government requires. You don't want to get caught up in anything illegal. when you're trying to help people. And research what it is you want to do. I didn't have to do as much research because Count It All Joy was just kind of downloaded into me, and I'm just doing what the Lord tells me. But I would say to someone else, find out what your market is, find out who your target audience is, and stay focused on that. Don't try to do everything, because you can't. You can't. It's better to be good at one thing than to try to dibble and dabble in everything. Find out who you're there to help, what it is you need to do, what it is you want to do, what it is you purpose to do, and stay focused. Do your research and stay focused.